Areca Palm is one of the most interesting foliage trees that you can grow indoors, and I'll be showing you how to repot this mid-size, or I'd say big Areca Palm that I just got from the nursery. And as you can see that we're just going one size bigger in the pot, and I'll be using the mud pot this time. And obviously the first job here is to look at how the rooting system looks like, and I'll obviously have to break this plastic pot and get the root ball and the entire plant out of it. Looking at the root system here, you see they're light colored and it's pretty thick. It's doing a perfect job in keeping this plant alive, so I'm not going to disturb that. I'll just put in the entire root ball back into the new pot, and I'm going to fill it up with new soil. Speaking of which, I'll be using 60-65% of garden soil and a bit of coarse sand pre-mixed into it. Other than that, I've also got natural compost. This is usually animal waste, and yeah, pretty much animal waste you can say. And I'll also be using a bit of, I'd say 10-15% of wood shavings as well. I feel like it makes the soil a bit more airy. It creates a bit of air space between the soil structure, and it's good for circulation of the water and for oxygen to travel as well. A lot of people make this mistake of overfilling the pot or just making the pot very tight. I'm trying to keep it as loose as possible. Obviously, you have to make sure that the structure remains intact and the plant is not moving around in the pot. So you have to tighten things up just a bit, but not too much, not to pack the soil into one place. And if you pack it up, the risk is root rot, because the water is just going to stay inside. It's not going to travel down at the bottom, and it's not going to dry up the soil very quickly. That's the opposite of what we want. So here you can see how the process looks like while we add in new soil, and you got to make sure that the plant stays upright and it's in the right position before we even start this process. Once I add in the soil, the next step here, because this pot's going to be very heavy, I'm going to put it in its right place, which is going to be with my other little projects, the little nursery that I have here. You can see the monsteras, the syngoniums, the rubber plants, and the other perosporums as well. I feel like this is a really good spot because it gives the morning and the afternoon sunlight directly through the window, and it's also very airy. So good airflow and sunlight is important for any kind of indoor plants, which is why you see so many of them in this video. And obviously after positioning it, you gotta make sure that everything's right, everything looks as per your requirement, and then we can add in the last bit, which is gonna be just one single layer of fertilizer. And I'm using Growill's natural fertilizer. It's usually dried leaves and other, I guess, waste that's turned into fertilizer. And we're just gonna soak this and give it a big chug of water right after we tap in the entire fertilizer into place. You see here, I'm gonna add almost 2.8 to 3 liters of water here because it's a huge pot. It takes a couple of minutes to really absorb itself into the soil, and once it's done, that's where we stop watering it completely and wait for it to dry off. Here you can see my little nursery. My birds are chirping around and they love the new addition to the family. Let me know which one of these plants you like the most and which one you'd like to see next. I make daily shorts as well, and if there's anything specific that you need, feel free to leave a comment below. Other than that, do subscribe, and if you want to see more, do like this video as well. Thanks.